Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Airtime Maniac, and I have some breaking news. Cedar Point, or as you could say Zamperla, who accidentally, a couple of days before, posted Top Thrill 2, an official release of an all-new revamped version of Top Thrill Dragster. People were already speculating, and it all started here. This got coaster enthusiasts excited, and as soon as we saw a giant footer placed next to Iron Dragon, people were like, "It's a swing launch! It's a swing launch!" And all sorts of creations were made in roller coaster games, such as No Limits 2, some with a speed hill, even a 500-foot tall spike. All of them had a swing launch, and all of them were correct about that. Here is the official release video showing the 3 launches and the vertical spike.
Experience the excitement, the speed, the adrenaline of high-performance racing on an all-new vertical speedway. Introducing Top Thrill 2, the world's tallest and fastest triple-launch strata coaster. Buckle in and smoke the competition on this extreme motorsport machine. Launch 3 times at speeds reaching 120 miles per hour. Drive the sky at 420 feet. Pump the brakes, cross the finish line. Take that victory lap. Get revved up on Top Thrill 2, coming to Cedar Point, 2024.
Surprised by any of it? I know I was. First, I didn't even know if it was going to have a swing launch before the footer was placed. Well, was it just going to get an LSM retrofit? And before then, when we did not know which manufacturer was going to improve the ride, we thought it could be Intamin, but turns out it's Zamperla. Cedar Fair has put a lot of trust into Zamperla lately, with the Wild Mouse coaster at Cedar Point literally the same park, and some of the other parks, such as my home park, Kings Island, got new themed areas with Zamperla rides. There has to be something going on between them. Also, even before then, we didn't know if Top Thrill Dragster was even going to get revamped, or if it could have just been torn down after the 2021 incident, where a woman got hit in the head from a flying object that came from Dragster and was severely injured. This is likely caused by the queue for this ride being placed inside the area of the track, and even part of the path goes right up against the launch, so it could be very likely for something like that to happen. Plus, the hydraulic launch system made the ride very unreliable, and it broke down all the time. That's also guaranteed one reason Cedar Point went with the new LSM launch for their ride. But I'm surprised that Cedar Point still kept their queue in the same place. I don't think it is a very safe or smart decision. Though I do know Steel Vengeance's queue weaves in and out and under the ride, and there hasn't been an incident involving the line on that ride. But Steel Vengeance is a lot newer of a ride than Top Thrill Dragster. You know, the more time, the more risk of an incident. But still, who knows? Dragster still did have an accident pretty much a year after opening. Just keep that in mind, Cedar Point. I'm also a bit concerned about capacity on this ride. Now, I know I never got the chance to wait in line and ride the old version of this, but I've heard that the line moves pretty slow, and the old version has dueling stations and a pretty short ride time. But now it's going to move even slower because 1, there's no dueling station now because of the swing launch, and 2, they can only run 3 trains on this ride. also because of the swing launch and because of the longer ride duration in general. The ride starts out by traversing a switch track, which I honestly thought would be a transfer track, but whatever. Then, as Zamperla's site says, it launches forward at 74 miles per hour and then doing the so-called rollback. I honestly thought the train would gain more height on the top hat because just falling back a third of the way up the top hat doesn't really seem like a rollback to me. If you watch videos of people getting those special treats on any Intamin hydraulic launch coasters, you'd see that they make it pretty far up the top hat before rolling back down. But it will still be cool anyway. You'll be facing straight up. The first launch is also on straight track, like most launches, but some modern Intamin LSM launch coasters have an airtime hump in the middle of the launch, such as Pantheon at Busch Gardens Williamsburg and Toutatis at Park Asterix. That's honestly what I thought the ride would have, so I'm a little disappointed because it could have given the ride a bit more airtime. I mean, at least put a small airtime hill at the end of the brake run, like on Red Force. Come on. After the rollback, you launch backwards at 101 miles per hour and fly into the 420-foot tall spike. This vertical spike has no twists. It's just straight track that's placed vertically in the air. It'll still be cool. But what I'm really excited about is that this spike is over 400 feet. Brandon from Theme Park Predictions, by the way, shout out to his channel, it's amazing, I think said in one of his videos that the spike had to be at least 185 feet tall, assuming the second launch probably wasn't as fast as 101 miles per hour. Some people thought it could even be 500 feet because of how big all three of the footers' distances apart were. Turns out, though, it was 420 feet anyway, so I'm pretty happy about that. Hang 420 feet in the air, and roll back down into the third, final, and fastest launch, reaching a top speed of 120 miles per hour, the same speed that top Thrill Dragster hit before in one hydraulic launch. Look, I know LSM launches aren't as forceful, but the ride will still be amazing, especially considering it will have a swing launch. Crest over the top hat, maybe not though. You can still have rollbacks with LSMs. I'm looking at you, Red Force. Well, guess what that means on this ride? Double rollback, let's go! Twist downwards and hit the normal long flat brake run before turning back into the station. You want to know what my dream revamped Top Thrill Dragster is? Okay, station, transfer track, first launch with airtime hump, roll back far up the top hat, second launch with airtime hump, 500-foot spike with twist, third launch with airtime hump, top hat, twist downwards, brakes, airtime hump, more brakes, turn, and back into the station. If only I knew how to work no limits. Besides every single complaint about this ride I just said, this looks to be a fun, quotation mark, new ride that will hopefully live on for a while. Oh, there are so many videos on YouTube about Top Thrill Dragster, the ride that didn't age well. That's going to do it for this video, and there are no other changes that I know besides a new and cool paint job that will be made to Dragster unless, something happens. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my latest and greatest videos. I will see you all next time, and as always, ride the airtime.